let's check in with the metaverse.
Welcome to the metaverse.
This is a very interesting article by livemint.com.
Yeah, livemint.com. Do you have highlights on this?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. The headline here is Metaverse, technology that merges virtual physical worlds soon to become a reality, Meta says. It's like they've been watching or listening to Canary Cry NewsTalk, and
we just talked about this with McDonald's.
Yeah. And
with the food deliveries
just in general, a theme that I touched on the Facelikethesun channel for years was, hey, the virtual and physical world are going to merge. It's merging more and more. And so now it's just headline on LiveMint. Technology that merges the virtual and physical worlds could start to become a reality for consumers in a few years. Facebook owner Meta Platforms Inc. has told advertising agencies.
This whole article is about advertising agencies. So as Gonz goes through it, keep in mind the idea that we have been shouting about for years now, but that really you need to take seriously. Some people, they hear us rant about advertisers and they're like, oh, okay, you just say what you need to say so you can, get producers or whatever. I mean, I'm very serious when I say the advertising industry plays maybe the most integral role in creating our reality and deciding what reality actually is. And we'll learn more about that here.
It says here, MR, mixed reality technology, could allow a person wearing an MR headset to use a real world object to trigger a virtual world reaction, like hitting a video game character with a real world baseball bat, for instance. Okay. It's one of it is one of three types of extended reality technologies. And we know about all that. We know about augmented technology. The comments from Meta came, there's a Meta comment. Let's see. Some mixed reality headsets are available, but are not yet geared toward general consumers. So we have the Microsoft HoloLens 2, which was introduced in 2019, retails for $3,500, and is geared for workplace use. At its annual Connect conference in October, Meta announced Project Cambria. I hadn't heard of this before. Project Cambria, a headset that will feature mixed reality capabilities and include face and eye tracking. Yay! The headset
which is what we read the patent on a Flippy update for their electronic eyeball,
right?
Which was exactly for this purpose.
Yep. The headset is expected to be released this year. In the meantime, Meta continued to advise advertisers to experiment with augmented reality ads, such as photo and video filters that overlay digital images onto the real world, the ad agency executive said. The comments reiterated Meta's pitch to ad industry conferences. Meta said brands could partner with content creators on AR ads or use the technology for virtual clothing try-ons. The roundtable, that's what I was thinking about too. The Beast Fashion thing is it's the metaverse is going to be the place for Beast Fashion. We have wasn't Gucci or something getting into the metaverse?
Yeah, Gucci has a metaverse store now.
So yeah, it's a big deal. The roundtable with agencies lacked detail on what ad formats could be built for the metaverse, but what specific controls would be in place to prevent brands from appearing next to unsuitable content or actions, the agency executive said.
Yes, they don't want any advertising going on the Canary Cry live metaverse podcast recording.
Yeah, that's their way of saying people like us, unsuitable content.
Right.
Advertisers are also looking for detail on how the effectiveness of ads in the metaverse will be measured, and will be asking, quote, "What did I get for my money?" the executive said. A Meta spokesperson declined to comment. So I like how Meta is like, it's advertisers, you better get ready. Why don't you start dabbling with the metaverse? And the advertisers are like, okay, what do you mean? What do we do? And Meta's like, we don't know. Go ahead. Just start working with influencers. Do that. Go do that. Build it for us. We don't know what to do. We just have the
Yeah, and this is particularly salient because ever since Facebook became Meta and rolled out their Meta stuff, they've had some massive stock crashes because they haven't figured out the funding structure of the metaverse yet. Well, I guess they've figured it out, but nobody's got any faith in it. So,
Plus, it's not really up and running as much as they claim, right?
So this event is for, it's a fundraising event, more or less. But yeah, this is the thing when it comes to reality, when it comes to in different forms. We talk about rhetoric, we talk about desire, we talk about all sorts of these things. These are the strongest force on sort of a scale, a population scale, the one of the most significant forces for defining reality are ad agencies. And that's why it's so sinister, that they are the ones with the money who decides who gets to live and who gets to die as far as media creation goes. Which is why we're on the value for value model. But when it comes to the metaverse and this mixed reality thing, which is funny that they're leaning more on the mixed reality, because the metaverse is more like you're in your pod, you have your helmet on, you're flying around the cyberverse. Mixed reality is, you got your pair of glasses that overlay a virtual realm over the world as you're walking through. So it's kind of an intermediate step for advertisers.
Sounds like it literally sounds like what people who have experimented with DMT describe. Like you can kind of see a layer of a realm that's layering over the physical realm.
Yeah, well, DMT, you're totally in a different universe, but certainly psychedelics in general, that's been a highly reported aspect of it, that you're attuned with a realm that is overlapping our own.
Right.
And that's this mixed reality. In another sense, it's kind of like, my favorite comparison is They Live with the glasses, in one sense, that's exactly what we're going to be looking at, which is you wear your glasses, you go out into the world and you get your pretty digital advertiser funded upgraded reality experience where the ads are popping up on trees and you can get whatever data you want just by looking at something or whatever, but then you take the glasses off and you see in this case actual reality. Exactly. That's when the lizard people don't have to wear their skin suits as long as you're wearing your
as long as we're in the metaverse, they can come crawling out of their pods.
So this is one step that needs to be taken. This is lizard people talking to lizard people, explaining just how they need to put all their money into metaverse advertising.
The economics.
Yeah, so they can make it a true reality. And that's what we'll be seeing coming up here.